Welcome back, everyone. Today I am delving into the world of one-pot dinners. This is a one-pot cilantro lime chicken that I'm making in my Dutch oven. And as always, I will have all the ingredients and the full recipe listed below in the description box. This recipe could very easily be put in your crock pot as well, so I will include that in the recipe below. If you are looking for a fun twist or something different for Taco Tuesday or an easy weeknight meal, definitely give this one a try. I received a Dutch oven for Christmas and I have loved cooking with it. I have missed it so much. They cook so evenly and so well, so that is what inspired me for today's recipe. So to get started, I'm going to do a little prep work. I have about a handful and a half of cilantro, so I'm just giving that a rough chop. I'm smashing and peeling 2 garlic cloves, and I'm just giving this a rough chop as well. I didn't have to worry about chopping this too finely because the way it cooks in the Dutch oven, it turns so soft and so sweet, so you don't get any harsh chunks of garlic. I preheated my Dutch oven over medium-low heat and added a generous tablespoon of olive oil. And then for flavor, I'm also adding 2 tablespoons of unsalted butter. And this is to add some caramelization and some color to the chicken, which I'm going to cook first. For this recipe, you need 4 boneless, skinless chicken breasts, and you can either pound them to a 1/2 inch thickness, or you can purchase or cut them into cutlets. I just cut my chicken breasts thinly, and this worked out perfect. This was just enough with a little bit of leftovers for a family of 4. Over medium heat in your Dutch oven or pot, you just want to add a little bit of color to the outside of your chicken. You don't want to worry about cooking your chicken through. It will cook with the rice towards the end of the recipe, so don't worry about that. We're getting some flavor in the pan and we're adding some flavor to the outside of the chicken. So I cooked my chicken in 2 batches, and as you can see, little brown bits are all on the bottom of the pan, so we're going to deglaze that and use that to flavor our rice. So while the second batch of chicken is cooking, I went ahead and I juiced my limes. My second batch of chicken was finished by the time I was finished juicing the limes, so I just removed those to a plate and set them aside. So as you can see, the bottom of the pan has all kinds of flavor, so we don't want to lose that, so we're going to use that to flavor our rice. So we're going to go ahead and add our 1.5 cups of white rice. We're going to give that a good stir and get that coated in the oil and the butter and all that chicken flavor. We're going to add in our chopped garlic. We're going to add in our garlic powder and our salt and pepper. You don't want to let your rice sit for too long because it will burn, so make sure you give it a good mix to combine all the spices. And next we're going to add our liquid. And now we're going to deglaze the pan by adding our lime juice. So as you can see, it bubbles up and all of that flavor just lifts off the bottom of the pan. Now you want to go ahead and add 3.5 cups of chicken broth, and this just adds even more flavor to your rice. So pour that in, give it a good mix, make sure you get all the rice pieces off the side of your pan, and then we're going to go ahead and add our chicken back in. The last step is to add in about 1/4 cup of roughly chopped cilantro, Then you want to cover up your Dutch oven. You're going to turn your heat down to low and let this cook for 25 minutes. In the meantime, we're going to make this delicious creamy avocado sauce. And I promise you, this makes the dish. I'm using my NutriBullet to make this sauce, but any blender will work perfectly fine. You want to scoop 1 avocado into your blending container, and then it's really just adding the ingredients all together and mixing it up. It's super easy. Then you want to add the juice of 1 lime. I'm adding half a teaspoon of salt and a 1/4 teaspoon of garlic powder. You want to add a 1/4 cup of milk and then a handful of roughly chopped cilantro. And then all you have to do is blend it up. This sauce is super creamy and it brings the whole dish together. The chicken and the rice is really good on its own. This just brings it to another level. I just transferred the sauce to a small bowl and had this on the side. To be honest, the hardest part of this recipe is not lifting that lid for the 25 minutes. So once the 25 minutes were up, the rice was cooked, the chicken was cooked through, and this just smelled so fragrant and fresh. I can't even describe it. We were so excited to eat this by the time dinner time rolled around. I added a couple lime slices just for garnish, and then I sprinkled a little bit of extra fresh cilantro. I love cilantro. If cilantro is not your jam, you can definitely add less. So there you have it, a 1-pot cilantro lime chicken and rice, which is perfect for any weeknight dinner. I hope you guys will give this 1-pot dinner a try. If you do, let me know. I love to hear when you guys make these recipes. If you liked it, make sure you give it a thumbs up and make sure you're subscribed to my YouTube fam by clicking that red subscribe button. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.